Finally tuned that shit properly. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Put a camera on it.
Huh?
Put a camera on it.
Last lap. There you go. Second lane charge. There you go. Woo! Let's check it. Let's see if it's gonna pass.
Good.
Good.
What was it? Link?
Last lap. Is that the last one? What's up, guys? It's your boy Cielshock from Mini4wd Drive Racing Squad, and I'm a teacher here in Noobworx. And before I start the video, I want to say shout out to Print Nation for all the people that are interested on my band royalty clothing. Print Nation and Game Buzz, you can order them. I have the link at the description below. And also, I want to say shout out to Yo Clothing. If you are kids of the 90s, you're going to love this clothing style and clothing apparel. If you guys are interested, I have the link at the description below. Alright, so let's get in the video. This is Veronica, my Arfm build, or FMAR build. If you say Arfm or FMAR build, the chassis is built to be reversed and to have a front motor chassis like this, to make it a front motor chassis like that. Alright, so let's get into it. The first part I'm going to tell you is the Avante MK3 Azure Clear Body Special. Alright, I got this body shell because it's very stylish, it's aerodynamic, and also it's very light. But I got it from a kit. It's item number 95464. Again, it's item number 95464. Avante MK3 Azure Clear Body Special. That's where I got this body shell. Alright, so let's get into the chassis. The chassis is AR Reinforced Chassis White 95251. The reason why I use it, because it is reinforced and it is made of polycarbonate ABS chassis. Alright, so if you're looking for where it's made of, you can find it here if you have a AR chassis. Again, it's 95251, and I did a lot of modifications on it. I did cut the rear bumper and the front bumper so I can reverse it. And also, I did some cutting and weight reduction at the middle part of the chassis to give it a little twist and make it lighter but durable. Remember, but durable. And also, I cut this battery part to make it lighter. So one thing that I'm gonna show you is I did a lot of modification over here. I cut the sides and then glued it and then torched it. I did some burning of the chassis. If you guys have a lighter or this kind of torch, you have to be careful melting this chassis and gluing it, so to make it really, really durable. Because when you're cutting AR chassis, this part over here is the one that really breaks when you're doing some weight reduction, if you're cutting the wing and everything. So AR chassis users know that. Alright, so you must be wondering, this purple parts over here, this is just for cosmetics for my build. It's from a Photosaver Evolution Premium. So I just took those purple parts. It's the 19448. That's the kit for you to get those purple parts. Item number 19448, Proto Saver Evolution Premium. All right, nothing special. I just want it to be purple, so I try to match my build. All right, so that's the AR chassis, reinforced chassis, white again, 95251, and then the Proto Saver Evolution Premium 19448. All right, so that's the body. All right, next part would be the high grade reinforced plate for our body damper. All right, so we need 6 of it. 15495. Again, that's item number 15495. It is cut differently. So the body damper is cut like this. So you can see it's different. Because the AR chassis, whether you reverse it or not, it's quite longer. And you have to avoid hitting some parts of the chassis. Like that. So if you can see. So it's cut longer. Like this. So you're going to cut that part. And you're going to cut that part. Again, it's the high-grade carbon reinforced plate 15495. So you need 1, 2, 3. And you're going to part this. 4. So you're going to catch each side to catch it. And then 5 for the long tail. And then 6 for the support over here that I did. Alright? Because if you're building an AR for AR chassis users, you need to have that plate. Because the AR chassis, if you fit it under, it's not flat. It's kind of like arcing upward. So you have to trim that plate right there and make an reversed angle so you can angle it downward so it's not going up. Alright, because you know, if you're going up, if you have a negative angle like that, it's going to shoot out on the track. So again, that's high-grade carbon reinforced plate 15495. So 1, 2 for the rear brake, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Alright, so this one is just an extra part that I trimmed just to make it reinforced. Alright, so that's the body damper. Alright, next part would be the 15497. Again, 15497. High-grade carbon reinforced plate for 19 and 13 millimeter rollers, 1.5. So you need 2 of that. So that's 1, and that's 2. Alright, again, that's high-grade carbon reinforced plate, 13 and 19 millimeter rollers, 1.5 millimeter, 15497. So I picked this because I want it as close as possible to the body. And I want to use the 13 millimeter rollers to it. And also at the rear part. That's what I use, so it's closer to the body and it extended. And I use carbon, obviously, because it's tougher and it's lighter compared to the FRP plates. Alright. Next would be the carbon wide rear plate 1.5 millimeters for front bumper. That's 15499. Again, that's item number 15499. Carbon wide rear plate 1.5 millimeters for front bumper. So what is that one? This is the one. This one right here. Alright, so that's the one that I use for attaching the bumper over there when you bumperless. Obviously, you're using the rear part to be reversed or ARFM. I cut it, as you can see, the marks over there. I cut it like that. And I want this so I don't have to put a lot of plates for making brakes because I want it to be a little bit higher up front. That's just the setting that I want for it. So it's better to adjust during races, I mean. But again, it's 15499 carbon wide rear plate for 1.5 millimeters front bumper, and that's the one that I use underneath the plate that I told you earlier, right there. So that's already with an angle, so it's already downward. All right, next part will be the high grade carbon multi roller setting stay. That's 95260. Again, that's item number 95260. High grade carbon rear multi rear setting stay. So where did I use that? One is the rear part over here. So you can see I cut the sides. This is it. Don't get confused because they're all carbon. this part. So I cut that middle to make it lightweight. Cut the sides. That's where I put the extended popsicle. And the other one is this one. And this is kind of hard. I'm going to close it up for you guys, because Migs did for me. Shout out Migs from California, the founder of Noobworx. He's the one who did this for me. He cut this part right there to support this rear AR bumper. So now this is our rear, so we don't have a lot of support over there, so that acts like a support and aligns all the carbons over there without an angle. As you can see, it's very tough now. If you're a professional, you can use a CNC machine. If you can afford it and you're really good at the rotary tool, you can also use rotary tool. But me, myself, I can't do this by myself, so I have to ask for help from Matrixx. Alright, so that's the item number. The item number, item number 95260, high grade carbon rear multi roller setting stay. So you need 2 of that. That's 1, and that's 2. Alright, next would be the 15472. Again, item number 15472, front plate for fully cowed mini 4-wheel drive, and it will act as an underguard right here. So I did this myself. It's only FRP, and I put glue on the sides and put the paint marker black. So in FRP, it's actually fiberglass. So if you actually put glue or anything that, let's say paint marker, it will suck it up and it hardens the FRP. That's one trick. But I use it as an underguard. I didn't use carbon because I don't have an available carbon with me, so I just use the FRP because it gets the job done anyway. So it's the front plate for fully cowed mini 4-wheel drive underguard 15472. Alright, so that's the 15472. You have to cut it like this. And it acts like an underguard, and also it acts like an underguard brake for me. Alright, next part would be this. Pretty proud of it. My 17mm rollers. 15161 17mm aluminum ball race rollers, 3-spoke type. So this 17mm rollers, when you buy it, there's a rubber o-ring with it, and I don't want to use the rubber o-ring because I want to use low friction rollers, but I also want to color match, and I also want to keep the 19mm size, because even though this is 17, I want it to be 19. That's why I use this plastic rollers. But before I move on to those plastic rollers, again, these are 17mm aluminum ball race rollers, 3-spoke type, 15161. Alright, so this purple rings, so I remove the rubber rings because I don't want to use rubber rings because it gives me drag and it tends to make the car slower. If you have a higher motor, you can use it to control the car, but at this build, I don't want that to be a hindrance or a drag on my speed and my torque. So I use this low friction roller set 15381. Again, it's item number 15381, low friction set. And I use this, cut the rollers, modify it, and fit it on the 17mm roller slot. And now it's low friction and it's less drag, and it's 19mm if you measure it. And this will put a lot of cornering speed on my car because there will be less drag on cornerings and then on straights. So again, that's 15381 low friction roller set. Alright, next would be the metal bearing set. So you were wondering what are these, that I use for my body damper. Alright, before I forget, I'm gonna mention this too. These are the AO100294381 metal bearing set. So some people use bushings or whatever, but I use this for my body damper when securing my body damper with a combination of AO 1034-10305 sliding damper springs. So I cut this sliding damper springs into half so it will be shorter, and I use the soft ones. Again, it's AO 1034-1035 sliding damper springs. Alright, so that's it for the body damper and those AO parts. Next part will be the AO 620s. I have the AO 620s 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 AO 620s that I use for this build. I always use AO 620s because they're fast, they're durable, they're easy to clean. Alright. Next would be the item number 15459. Again, it's item number 15459, which is the side mass damper set for AR chassis, which is this. Alright? You can use the silver ones. I use the silver ones. But you can also use the regular 15459 mass damper set, the gold ones. But I used two of them. I took the top one, the cylinder one, what they call it. And I used the bullet in the cylinder one over here. Alright, so that's the bullet, that's the cylinder. So I got two. Again, item number 15459, side mass damper set for AR chassis. And that's the gold one. I didn't get to find the silver item number, so I just put the gold one because they're the same weight. These are just for cosmetics. Alright. Let's get inside. There's some modifications that I did here too. As you can see, I got this. This one is glued. The battery holder is glued over here. Alright. In the inside, I have this hollow propeller shaft. 15205 1.4mm hollow propeller shaft. So, as you can see, this is the green one. It is the hollow propeller shaft right there. It gives you a little bit more lightweight, and also it's more reinforced and tougher compared to the regular yellow one, in my opinion. Alright, again, it's item number 15205 1.4mm hollow propeller shaft. Alright, for AR chassis. Alright, now that we open the transmission, I want to show you everything in it. First, at the battery, at the motor case, you see this. This is the propeller reinforced thing that I made, and I learned it from Matrixx. And also from Sir Joey. Shout out Sir Joey. So, you basically make a design like this to hold the propeller from going up and down at this part. It's kind of hard to do. It took a while, I mean. But if you close it, it should be right there. So the propeller will be going. If you can focus, please focus. Come on, camera. Focus. There you go. The propeller shaft. It will be right there. So the propeller shaft will not go up and down or left and right. So that's one reinforcing way. I'm going to put it really close so you guys can copy it. I don't have the right measurements, but Matrixx helped me a lot on this one. Alright, so that's the how to you reinforce your propeller shaft in the AR, because it goes up and down, and due to a prolonged period of time, this chassis will break. It's also, it breaks the crown gear. That's one weakness of the AR chassis, people who doesn't know or non-AR chassis users. Alright, so you can see the transmission. I have a floating transmission over here. So you can see, there's a spacer over there. Let's clean it up a little bit so you guys can see it with my handy dandy brush. There you go. So, it was pushed over there. I didn't even shave the crown gears. So, that's a spacer right there with a motor spacer. So, that's, I think it's 0.5 millimeters spacers and one motor spacer right there. And I also have a one motor spacer in between this. So one motor spacer here, right there, and the actual spacers over there. That's the lightweight black. And this one is a hole on the chassis that I cut. So one of these holes, I trimmed it out, so it turned out to be that size, and that's pushes the crown gear so it doesn't go left and right. Because a loose transmission is a slow transmission, so you guys remember. And also at this front one, I did the same exact thing. It was pushed. It is pushed by that chassis hole that I trimmed because I liked it because it's stopper and it's secured by a glue and it doesn't go left and right. Alright, so don't go too crazy with that because it can get tighter. It can loosen your... it can lessen your speed if it's too tight. Alright, so one modification I did with the battery holder right there. So I cut that because you're going to reverse the battery. You gotta reverse the battery when you're putting it, because remember, it's a reverse. It's an Arfm or FMAR build. You have to have that slot right there for your battery. So I cut that part too. I added some brakes over there so it can secure it. It doesn't move. There's also a gray brake over there for the motor, so it doesn't make that loud noise. And yeah, so that's the transmission. And let's go back to the rollers now. So I'm using a 13 dia bearing rollers. It's a 13mm dia bearing rollers. It's 15475 up front. I want this because I want to control on the traditional lane changers, because I'm gonna be using this chassis for a lot of 3-lane track. That's how I made it for. And that's my stabilizer. That's a crown gear. That's a broken crown gear. And I trimmed some of the teeth of the crown gear, so it actually acts as a stabilizer. But again, that's an item number 15475. Again, item number 15475. 13mm dia bearing rollers. All right, up front. Kind of old school. All right. At the sides of the AO620s, before I forget to, so you can see that that's a roller spacer. It's item number AO1018-9476 bearing roller spacers. Again, AO1018-94768 bearing roller spacers. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4 bearing roller spacers, and that's how you make your transmission a little bit smoother than the others. All right. Next would be, you were wondering, all this shiny spacers right here. They're all aluminum silver. Obviously, it's a color match, and also to add a little bit more weight, you know, because I don't want it to be too light. I want it to be light, but also durable. So I use the aluminum spacer set 15473. So this spacers that you can see is 15473 aluminum spacer set. All the spacers that you can see over here. 1, 2. There's a lot. There's a lot in there. And also some here. You gotta remember, when you're doing this at the rear part, you're gonna put spacers there. Okay? So you can pause, you can play back, you can rewind this video if you want to copy this build. Alright, again, aluminum spacer set 15473. Alright, the gear that I use the transmission to is a super speed gear set 15432. Again, super speed gear set 15432. And I didn't use any floating transmission. I mean, floating gear over here. I just did an AO620 over here too. So there's another AO620 over here. Nothing special, because I don't have a lot of those floating gears. I only have I think floating transmission is enough if you have a very smooth transmission. Again, that's a super speed gear set 15432. Alright, so let's go to the wheels. You guys must be wondering, and it took me a while to find where did I got these wheels, because it's been a while. These wheels are the 5-spoke plated wheels. I got it from a Dash X1 Proto Emperor BS chassis limited edition 94708. So this is from a kit that is 94708-X1 Proto Emperor VS chassis. So I just used this. I took this part, 1, 2, 3. I want it to be silver, so that's part of my color matching. And I want to add a little more weight on the wheels. And I don't want to use aluminum wheels, so I just use plated wheels. Again, it's the Dash X1 Proto Emperor VS chassis 94708. So I took those wheels. And if you guys are wondering, where did I got this tires? This tires was trimmed by Christian from Virginia. Shout out Team VA. Christian Mariano from Team Virginia. These are trimmed by Christian. It is cut, actually. It's not trimmed, it's cut by his machine. So these tires are from an Aero Avante Violet Special, and these are actually hired tires. Item number 95062. So this tires is also from a kit, which is 95062 Aero Avante Violet Special hired tires. So why did I use hard tires? Because it's lesser bounce. It's not as slick as the others. So there's less drag when it goes to the corner. And it's hard, so it's less bounce from the car. It's not totally no bounce, but it's less bounce. So that's pretty much it. And this is run by a Hyper Dash 2 motor. Alright. So sometimes I run it with Hyper Dash 3. This one's kind of old, but this is run by a Hyper Dash 2 motor. Alright. So that's about it. I guess that's what all the parts that you need for Veronica, and hope you enjoy the video. And always, when I'm done with my video, I'm gonna do motor testing. How fast is the motor? Let's see how fast this motor is. Let's check it. I gotta get some batteries. So this battery is fully charged, but not crazy fully charged. Excuse me when my camera is falling down. So my tripod is not working that well. So let's test this. I want to test this really good before we end the video. Alright, let's speed check. Let's do some speed checking over here. Alright, put the batteries on. Oh, it's running. And then right here, let's see how fast this Hyper 2 is. Let's get the speed checker. Alright, let's do this. Alright. So you can see it's 32 kilometers per hour. Not that too crazy. So again, this is Cielshock from CTUSA Mini4wd Drive Racing Squad. I'm a teacher here in Noobworx, and this is my AR-FM or FMAR chassis build, Veronica. As I always say, we learn from you, you learn from us. Don't forget to subscribe and like. And if you guys don't like this video, hit unlike too. I don't mind. Always race humble. Peace.